Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Super Mario 3 Randomizer Challenger Cup semifinals matchup tonight against uropsalis and JonnyLink. My name is Gimp Extreme, and here on the co-commentary with me is Clairs.com. Looks like Claire's having trouble with his mic here. Tonight we have two matchups against these two racers. For the first chosen matchup is going to be uropsalis. He chose a bracket seed, so it should be a good matchup between these two guys. JonnyLink was a new rider to the tournament, and he actually showed up, showed some really fierce competition his last matchup by taking the first two games to win, moving him into the semifinals matchup. So if you guys aren't sure what the Challenger Cup is, the Challenger Cup is basically any of the runners that didn't make it into our bracket stage, they moved into the Challenger Cup, which is a neat new form of tournament we have set up where both the runners get to choose a type of flag set for the randomizer, and therefore can kind of use it to their advantage and use it to their opponent's disadvantage. So it should be a good one here. I'm looking forward to seeing how both these runners deal with the other one's decisions. And it looks like we got Claire's back in a booth. So it looks like the runners got their countdown, and for the first world, we are going to see World 7. It's quite a setup they got here. They got 6 pipes and one, they can see a fort on the other island, so they're going to be playing musical pipes here to find out which one is the correct pipe. uropsalis found where he wanted to go, but unfortunately did not find what he was looking for. It does find the fort. He's going to find the World 1 fort here. Doesn't necessarily mean he needs to play it, but he's probably going to play it either way just to get it out of the way. He's going to have to get to the other fort. JonnyLink on the other side, playing the piranha stage. He's going to find a music note. He can block the other plant if he needs to. Johnny finds a room with a view, not what he was looking for, and uropsalis is taking on Boom. So uropsalis is going to move right on over. He's going to take on this next fort, and we are going to find 3F2, the water. Johnny's still looking to see where he needs to get to. It looks like he might be a little bit lost here. The pipe maze can do that to a lot of players, especially new ones, and even with JonnyLink's experience in this last tournament, I mean, shoot, even I get confused sometimes. So right now with Johnny, he's roughly a few stages behind just because he doesn't exactly know where he needs to go. As uropsalis finishes up the 2 forts, and he knows exactly where he needs to go from there.
Yeah, it looks like Johnny's getting a little confused on these.
Yeah, welcome, Clairs. How you doing, man? I'm glad you got your mic fixed.
For now, we hope.
One 6 on uropsalis side as Johnny's checking more pipes. Good use of the tail there to fly over all those enemies. Not the enemies that you usually want to see on one side. uropsalis heading into the piranha plant stage. He's going to find a useful item, hopefully. I mean, we've already seen a music note. And JonnyLink does find...
And takes a quick death, unfortunately. You're up getting a T1. And right into the vanilla airship. Oh, well, here we go.
Yeah, JonnyLink, unfortunately, playing a stage he does not need to play. So the confusion kind of taking a toll on him in this first. Yeah, Europe was kind of getting the P speed strats there, but playing it a little safe. Nothing wrong with that. He's going to head into his fight with Ludwig.
Nice, easy Ludwig. Johnny, unfortunately, getting shell trapped there. In 6-10, going to go for it.
So now with World 1 down, we've already seen World 7. Chat, let's see what you think World 2 is going to be. Personally, I think it's going to be...
I'm going to go with 5.
The earlier you see Wendy, the better.
Yeah. Quick note, we are playing brackets flags tonight, at least for game 1. Europe was the higher seed coming into this, so you do get...
Ooh, we find 7F2 to start off World 2 for World 5.
If you're going to get it out of the way early.
Yeah, I think the big thing is as long as you got a good item to start with, or if you have some decent items in your inventory, this is not that bad of a stage. Just got to take your time.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to tell newer players. Just take your time with it. You'll get through it. Just be careful, because you don't want to keep dying here, because you will get on tilt very...
Yeah, I lost, I think, about 3 or 4 minutes today just on this stage alone. So taking your time is very...
Johnny over in 1 fort here.
Yeah, so he's got the right path. He's still, like we said, roughly a few stages behind, but that could mean anything. Europoulos could find himself stuck on a stage later on. Ooh, and Johnny taking an unfortunate death there.
Too much of a jump will unfortunately cause a problem. Europe finding the Sky Tower pipe, and ooh, look at...
That's a free world for World 5 with the World 6 airship.
Getting the two of the longer airships out of the way early as well here. Johnny missing a cycle, so he's going to have to take a hit here and wait for the spike.
Good news for Johnny is even though he's behind right now, and if he does lose this one, he still has another race to come back on. And like we said, right now it's still too early. I mean, Europoulos might be a whole world ahead, but that was a pretty free.
Yeah. You don't want to work your bad luck out in games, but game 1 is probably the better place to put it.
Exactly. Yeah. Work out the bad mojo now. Come back game 2, game 3. Bring in your fierce comp.
But still, I mean, we're early enough here. It is anybody's race still. Europe going to go into our 3rd world. It's 3rd.
Checking that first pipe. He sees 2 other pipes, a lock, a fort. So this could be a free World 3.
And the 310 card. This is a single fort 3.
Yeah, so we're looking at 2 stages and then a pipe, and that's it for World 3. Pretty nice, actually, considering World 3 can sometimes be the longest world.
Yeah, 3-6 the stage for... Johnny over the Castle Island. He's in his 1-6.
Yeah, you know he's going to be playing a little more safer here just to make sure he doesn't lose that life, because that game over is going to not hurt him too bad, but it will push him back a little bit further. Ooh, Europoulos deciding not to play the fort, and he finds 5-3. I almost think the fort would be shorter.
In all likelihood, yes, but if he knows that this is a 1 fort 3, then he just needs to get to the route. So why not try the stage? He's going to end up playing.
JonnyLink in the Piranha plant stage. He's going to get that P-Wing that Europe picked up not too.
Yeah, you might see a security use here because of the fact that he's on 0 line.
Europe dealing with quite a bit of Piranha plants here. He does get through 5-3 though. So JonnyLink into the World 7 airship here. He's still roughly about a world and a stage behind, but that's not too much considering how short World 2.
Yeah, and that'll be a welcome sight for him to see that free World 5 map.
Urop taking the P-Wing. He's going to head into the World 2 airship to take on Wendy Koopa. Hopefully she is going to behave this time.
And Wendy and her lifesavers, those rings.
She is an Earthquaker.
Missing the wand grab, but he still gets it here at about 9:07.
That's 3 worlds, about 3 minutes each. That's pretty good. Johnny did get a hiccup and get caught up in the pipe maze itself, getting lost, but he could be there.
Got some average thickness from our Wendy. Johnny gonna take an intentional game over here. Just reset the live count. Don't have to worry about the score. We don't have the end card matching game here. Just get the new set of lives. And
Yeah, looks like Europus is in World 6. Got 2 forts on the front screen and a 10 card. And there's the 3rd fort, so the pipe is not very helpful right.
Johnny, a little bit of an overjump there by the first thwomp set. Gonna have to come back and try to...
Europ finding himself in the 4F1 level, and he's going to take the bottom route. Play it safe. I don't blame him. That's usually what I would do if I don't feel super good about my movement and that speed or the enemy.
Johnny rolling small here. He's gonna have to trigger the thwomp, go on the cycle, the thwomp cycle.
Barely gets over that piranha plant. Now he's going to be dealing with the tunnel of love here. Nice enemy set for that, so he's able to squeak.
Yeah, he's got a lot of short fire spitters here, so you can easily jump over them. And
ooh, slips right off the pipe there. Unfortunately, takes another.
Hit the top block there, just killed his momentum, and in the drink he goes.
So Europe finding himself in 3-3, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, 3-3. Johnny, another navigating session here in 7F2.
Yeah, it looks like he's going to play this a little safer here. Yeah, ooh, just avoids the thwomp.
Yeah, thankfully, he would have made that one.
He's going to try and keep his power-ups here. I don't blame him, especially since, you know, it's just... He's feeling behind. He wants to keep his power-ups as much as he can, just to prevent from having to use any...
We're up into 4F2, getting on the donut left side.
JonnyLink getting out of 7F2. He's going to find that nice surprise here when he goes in this pipe. Rob taking on Boom Boom. He's going to take him down, and off we...
Rupp did end up using a music box here to put the Hammer Bros to sleep.
Yeah, but 7F2 or 7-2. If you saw the map there, he's gonna have to go back and play a fort. The lock is blocking his path.
Yeah, and they will wake up after this stage.
JonnyLink taking on Roy. And there he goes. All right, so Europe. So JonnyLink catching up just a bit. Not, he's still a little, I'm saying about 4 or 5 stages behind, but he's not too far.
I think he started this mess about 6, so he is catching up.
Hammer
Rupp does perform a frame slide, skipping the first Hammer Bro. He'll run into the second one. Hopefully this doesn't cause a penalty. Oh, it does.
You hate to see it.
Do it right or keep doing it till you get it right. Thankfully, it was a nice setup there. Fire Bros. Fire Bros in the Desert Arena. Just jump on their heads. Move.
He's going to find the Navy stage here. Not the best item for it, but I mean, he'll take the P-Speed while he...
Johnny on the World 3 pipe check here. It's going to notice that it's the single fort. Right into 3-6.
It'll be interesting to see what he does here. After playing 3-6, he might decide to go and play that fort, depending on if he sees 5-3 and he's like, "No, I don't want to play it."
Yeah, it's really a matter of, do you want to play the fort or the stage? And then once you see the stage, if you went that way, do you really want to play 5?
Yeah, and he's already seen 7-2, so he's probably thinking, maybe this fort can't be bad, maybe not.
Presented with the stage choice, goes low, finds 1-4. JonnyLink finds super tanks. That was a good
gamble, I say, on his part.
Now has the clear way to the castle. And is going to find the World 4 airship.
Yep, so he's got a good item for this one, the tail. He can flutter across the big jumps. P-speed wise is probably faster to go that way, but at the same time, the tail is just as... If anything, it's safer, really. So JonnyLink into the World 3 or World 2 airship for World 3. So he's catching up. He's made quite a bit of ground. Playing the super tanks instead of 5-3 was a good choice.
Yeah, it's probably going to end up saving him a stage here in the long run, with as long as 5-3 was.
And you never know. I mean, your Uppos could get into World 8 and get lost. Unfortunately, Wendy does kind of wallop him in the face, and he's going to have to go back and fight her one more time.
Yeah, P-Wing here will be a good one, just to fly over the mast to get back over to the pipe real quick. World 2 is our... 6-7 to start here. Quick word of note, the game is up a fortress on the players, so one of these worlds is likely to have an extra fort.
And we have seen it in World 3 where 3 forts have appeared on in World 1. So possibility of 3 forts in World 1 it could happen.
Yeah, 1 and 4 are usually the worst offenders to get in the extra fort. So we do see an early lock here on the far right of the first screen of World 2. Up finds one of the 2 surviving auto-scrollers. 5 now.
Sit back, relax, and enjoy the music.
And keep watching below and make your jumps. There's only 3 spawn points here in 5-9, and if it's going to be a fire trump, it'll just see a nice little ball coming right up.
Yeah, looks like they are a bit vacant this time around, so looks like a very casual fight.
Well, last one decides to give something.
Spoke too soon, commentator's curse.
Drops, makes the jump, goes in, makes the cycle here, gets out of 5.
JonnyLink squeezing, taking the top route here for World 4. Whoa, man, grabbing that star at the right time to take care of Thwomp and getting the upside down orb.
Nice bro there from Johnny.
You're up fighting 3-9, so this should be a relatively quick stage. Got the tail, so should make some easy jumps here. Won't get over the... Oh, does get over the little H. How about...
Just enough momentum to get over the little H.
It looks like Johnny's going to find out he's going to have to go back for that other fort as...
Yeah, both players are going to end up making this decision and having to go back.
I mean, you can't blame them. It's kind of a 50-50 because sometimes you're like, oh, maybe I just play it. Maybe I just get rid of it. You know, I don't know what it is. Like, if you see that fort and you see it's World 1, yeah, you might.
A player's come with the mindset of if it's not directly in the route path, I don't really want to play it unless I have to. So you usually get some of these unfortunate decisions when it happens to be the right fort in the wrong place. Shouts to Big H there, here in 6-8.
8, yeah. Hey, so we saw Little and Big H back to back. How about that?
Shouts to H.
So there's 2 forts here in World 2. He's going to do the coin chip. Should be an easy stage with the fireballs. He can do a double kill. And yeah, I mean, you play both forts because one's blocking one of the ways, so you might.
Six Fort 2 going to be the first one here in line.
Now losing the fire suit, not that big a deal, but because there is another power block.
Yeah, this is guarded by this double disco waffle here.
Johnny's got the right item here for 7-2, so hopefully he can keep it, get across the gap. Yeah, so he's gaining a little bit of time here. He's really needing to see Europe have a struggle in order to get caught.
Right now you just got to focus on yourself. If you really think you're playing behind, just got to keep it clean, keep it nice, and keep the flow going.
Exactly. You don't want to make too many rash decisions, or sometimes you might have to. Like right there, he just put the Hammer Bros to sleep. He's gonna go play that fort, and he's actually not gonna have to play that Hammer Bro when he comes back.
Now, music boxes last for 2 stages, so he'll be able to come in, clean up the Navy, and then make his move right back.
So you're out playing the World 2 fort here in World 2, that is World 5. And now he'll have the...
The World 3 airship here, our 5th in line.
Makes that nice jump, take the topper route. It's going to avoid those torches, and he'll be right in to fight the saltiest Koopa.
Johnny takes the top route, and that's 7-5.
Yeah, let's see if he's going to try and take a early exit here. Looks like he's going to play it, actually. He does have the right equipment for it, honestly. You can skip a little bit of the stage. You can whip the block, slide underneath of it, and then even float over the necessary bridge.
Yeah, you can also attempt a clip. It's going to be a little difficult with the tail physics, but it is doable. You're up done with his 5th world. He's actually on pretty good pace here. It's 21:56 here at the postcard world.
World 1's got 2 forts. We're going to find 6F1, the escalator fort. Nice move there by Johnny, getting over that little gap. So he actually did a great job there for 7-5. That's one of the smoothest ones you'll see.
In the end, a little bit of time lost, but he doesn't know that. Of course, we do with the foresight, but he had a great 7-5.
You know what? It is game 1. Get all the bad movement out of the way, and if he can't come back in this game, he's got 2 more.
Yep, here's your Let Me Fight on JonnyLink side. Nice 2-hitter. Very easy. You're up getting the correct fortress here in World 1.
So yeah, that's going to put him into 4-6, if I'm not mistaken.
4-5, but yeah, pretty close.
Yeah, close enough. I needed to take more of that quiz that Macobra made.
Yes. And Mustard, to answer your question, unfortunately, Johnny got really lost in the first world, which was World 7. He just got lost in pipes left and right and center, and Europe made it through nice, clean as a... Europe right into the pyramid stage. Oh, I gotta get rid of the
Yeah, I don't think you want the shoe for this stage.
but it's shoe.
Does take a hit from the piranha plant there. That's not a big deal. He does have to deal with this fireball, bro, and he is...
Good connecting jump there to get him right through there.
And Johnny finds 5-9.
Good old standard Hammer Brother falling into the block there in the desert arena. Just Europe thankfully had a star to mitigate.
Here we find the World 5 airship for World 6.
Yep, get the P-speed there and just fly on top, keep running.
I think it's one of the easier of the airships to deal with.
Two-hit Larry, and Europe's going to move on to World 4. Gonna be our 7th world.
World 4 could be interesting. It could be a world where you're seeing an interesting layout, but then you find out that the forts are buried deep in the beginning of the world, and then you got to play through every stage to get to them.
Yeah, fort math, I think we might actually be up a fort now. This could possibly be a 1 fort 4. I'd have to double check the math here.
Johnny's going to go for that fire flower. I don't blame him. I think a fire flower is a good choice to have. It's going to help you with your movement, especially getting rid of enemies.
And Europe, yes, confirming that this is a 1 fort 4, and the fortress is in the 4F2 position.
That's a great spot for him, especially because this is going to keep this nice and easy and smooth.
Forts you here, just, get through the cheap section of the pipe, and out you go. Johnny's seeing the 2 forts here in World 2. I don't think either players interacted with the cloud this seed.
I don't think so either.
Both players have been fairly aggressive in their lack of playing Hammer Brother stages, so and we didn't get much opportunity to see that or a Hammer. You're up getting top here in 5-2.
And JonnyLink finding himself in 6F2. He's going to use the flight path underneath. Oh, careful there. Don't want to use too much.
Yeah, just enough for the first part of the underflight, and then just take the pause there.
Yeah, they got the hammer early on in the game. Not too early, but then again, there wasn't any usage for it.
Hammers do have a very reduced usage here. They're only useful in 4 worlds. Be 2, 3, 4, and 6.
Yeah, speaking of clouds, cloud just dropped for Europe. So we might actually see that usage in World 8. It's very possible, especially if a stage is blocking Bowser's Castle.
Yeah, if there's going to be use for it, it's going to have to be an 8. Nice 5 F1 there from Europe. Again, both players getting the graphical glitch covering the spade game with the Luigi tile. It's just a fun little quirk.
Yeah, you don't see it that often, but it does happen.
Into 1 airship for Europe. Gonna go ahead and go up top and take the jump.
You gotta be careful with Lemmy and his hitboxes here, and I spoke too soon.
Just a little short on the jump there. Put the wrong part of the hitbox.
So attempt number 2 here for Europolis. Let's see if he gets it this time. Oh, and he was only 1 hit away that first fight. So Lemmy goes down, or not Lemmy, but Iggy goes down in 2 hits. And we're seeing World 8 coming up. Chat, how many bridges are we going to see today? I'm going to go with 1.
Let's go with 2. I mean, the seed itself has presented itself a little easy. We'll see how the World 8 bounces.
Mustard saying 0. That's only in dreams, man. You know.
The eternal optimism of 0 bridges.
We got a 3 and a couple 1s. Let's see. Ooh, hand stage grabs him right away. We're gonna find 2-3. I'll be taking a dive if I was.
The run right off there.
Welcome Raiders from SpeedGaming for you. You are watching the Super Mario 3 Randomizer Challenger Cup. Uropsalis versus JonnyLink in the semifinals. Currently, Uropsalis is in the lead for Game 1. He is in World 8 as JonnyLink is now getting his way into World 6.
Europ going to bypass the first tank there. We don't know if it's going to be the regular tank stage or the super tank fortress. Finds the airships.
Airship is, yeah, the Air Force.
Yep. One of the few stages where taking the auto-scroller out actually slows it down a little.
So there are 4 forts in World 8, and it's kind of vital to see how... You want to know what Bowser's Valley looks like, so you know exactly how many bridges, but at the same time, if you see a fort, you just play it.
Yeah, we don't know how many bridges they're going to be. There could be locks just right in the way. You can't get around.
There's 1 lock.
You're up finding another pipe. You're going to check it.
Ooh, I think I would play that stage, because you see 2 locks, and then there's a fort.
Well, thankfully, if he finds another pipe, so let's see if the route works here. No, right up above on dark screen there.
Three forts.
Yeah, 3. So it's going to be 1 or 0 bridges here. So chances are we're going to find the route to Bowser before we debate on here if this is...
Look at that. 1 bridge was already built, and now he's in 3F1 for the Navy state.
Our Game 1 gatekeeper here. Johnny is in the pyramid state. You're up checking door 5, getting the power up. It's a star. You can make a star kill here on Boom Boom.
Gets it just in time. Get out your bros.
You're up with his battle ready kit there. 1 star, 1 Hammer Brothers suit, and into the castle we...
Doesn't get the top clip, that's right. Takes care of the hot foot with the hammer and works his way up the staircase.
Up the road, this tower. Gonna go for every man here. Very nice.
Now, new strategy this year that you've seen a lot in this tournament is going for that top clip there. Some runners will give it more than 1 try. Some will give it up to 5 or 6. It does take a little bit longer, but the fireballs up here in this room are completely randomized.
Yeah, both routes, fireballs got randomized, which is why people are entertaining the clip a little more often.
Yeah, it does take a hit there, but here's Bowser. It should be about a 45-second fight here, as long as everything goes smooth. And JonnyLink will be moving into World 7 as we speak.
Yeah, with that World 4 map being a 3-stage map, shouldn't be that bad. Hopefully 2 more cycles for Europe here, as long as he gets the movement.
And with that, down goes Bowser. So get out your GGs for Europos taking game 1 of the semifinals of the Super Mario Randomizer 3 challenge.
With an official SRL time of 33 minutes and 50 seconds, uropsalis finishes in first place in game number 1 and earns.
Now, well played. He almost basically played flawless. He only had a death, I believe, in the beginning, or not the beginning, but in the airship against Iggy. So he played really well. He had good management of his items. Route wise, wasn't that terrible. I mean, he probably could have saved time instead of playing 5-3 and playing the fort, but a win is a win, so you got to give it to him.
Oh yeah, Johnny here in the World 4 map. Gonna trade a star in for an item, and that is going to be a hammer. There was a hammer and a cloud here in World. Off to 5F1. Yeah, we did switch over to Johnny's audio because Europe is done. There's a little bit of a problem there with the buzzing, so hopefully it's not too bad. Let's see if I can fix it.
With that, he's moving on to the... Oh, it's going to get blocked there by the Hammer Bros. But he will be into the World 7 airship to take on Iggy Coop. Yeah, Johnny had a rough start there with the first roll, getting lost with the pipes, but I mean, it's only game 1. They both are in the semifinals for a reason, so hang tight, guys. Johnny will be finishing up, and we'll have game 2 coming right up.
Yeah, this World 8 map was not too bad, actually.
Yeah, it's kind of linear. The routing wasn't too terrible, just with the one bridge, and then obviously being the very first fort blocking the path. Wasn't too much they needed to look for. So guys, if you're liking the Super Mario 3 randomizer entertainment, we've got a doozy for you coming up this weekend. We have the 2020 tournament wrap up. We got the 3rd place match on Friday and the finals match on Saturday.
Oh yeah, both those matches should be very, very good. 4 very talented racers. SpeedGaming is gonna just love the coverage, and it's gonna be best of 5. So you want to see some high class playing, and a lot of it. Tune in this week. Johnny making quick work of the super tanks there.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see his routing, because like overall his routing's actually been pretty good. It's just that first world got him, but outside of that, he's done a really good job of navigating these maps.
Yeah, he did a good job of catching up, and then unfortunately, he just dug himself too deep a hole in that World 7.
Yeah, and I mean the unfortunate small dips into the lava he took in 7F2 kind of pushed him back as well. But I mean, even without his deaths, we're talking like still 2 to 3 minutes behind.
Yeah, Johnny pretty much taken the same routing that Europe did. except for this one, he's actually going to choose the right pipe first.
Almost got a little too excited there. He was looking at his inventory, getting ready to put on that hammer suit, but saw that the Navy stage was blocking.
It should be too bad of a 3F1 here. If he goes door 5, he'll find a star. Yep.
He was being careful, looking out for the rocket Chief that can't show up, and then accidentally went into the door before the star.
Yeah, as long as you don't take the star, it does respawn, so it's just a matter of going back and...
Standard equipment, hammer and star. And let's see if he goes for the top clip here. No mustard, no frog suits right now. Sorry, man.
We all can't be like mustard, unfortunately.
So Johnny getting the everyman clip here. He's going to try this top route clip. It's pretty difficult. You got to have that P speed at help. Doesn't get it first try, so he's going to gamble here with the fireballs. And we all know how that last valley comes across.
Yeah, this ended up being, I think, a 6 fireball top route.
Yeah, I believe so. Ooh, no laser, though, so we will get a hammer kill.
Hey, you did get a despawn, so here is your hammer kill.
So get out your GGs for JonnyLink as he takes down Bowser.
With an official SRL time of 40 minutes and 20 seconds, Johnny does end up finishing second here, but he does have game 2 to look forward to, and we are going to bring that to you here in a couple minutes. Let's get everybody reset, set up with a new seed, and we will be right back.
Hang tight, folks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Super Mario 3 Randomizer Challenger Cup Semifinals Game 2 between Uropsalis and JonnyLink. So we saw the first match. Johnny suffered a little bit of a... He got lost in the woods, basically. We got lost in the pipe maze and kind of pushed him back quite a bit, where it gave Uropsalis plenty of time to take a lead. So overall, both runners played relatively well outside of that, and it looks like Game 2 is going to be quite the matchup.
Yeah, it is. Johnny looking to come back here and needs to win this game 2 to force a game 3. Urop going to try to seal the deal here and be the first one to punch his ticket into the...
Yes, and that will be a matchup. Should be a pretty good one here. The runners got their countdown. Let's see what the first world's going to be. When we got
World 4, a fortress right here off Star Island, and it's the Navy. Johnny carrying that P speed right there over Urop. It's about right even, actually. Nice boom kills from both of them. Other semi match is Raikou Rider and Zodiac Dread. That's going to be Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern. Channel to be determined.
Yeah, so your Saturday's got plenty of SMB3 randomizer jam-packed. That semifinal should be a really good matchup. I've played both Zodiac and Raikou Rider, and they're both really fierce competitors.
Next stage here is the Pyramid.
Uropsalis going for the mushroom, while Johnny's deciding to stay a small Mario, so interesting choice there.
Well, no sliding involved when you're small, but you don't have that hit protection like you would be if you were... Johnny having to avoid the fireball there. First one out of the pipe.
Yep, and he will take just a slight bit of lead, but I think Uropsalis still has the advantage with that. JonnyLink found himself in 6-8. We're all going to say hi to the Big H and Boss.
Everybody's favorite Boss Bass, unless you're a runner.
Johnny's got to be careful there.
Ooh, nice timing there with the block.
Johnny keeping his mushroom while Urop was kind of taking some damage, but it looks like he is going to get out of the stage. Yeah, so both runners looking pretty good so far. Seems like the seed's being a little too down.
6F3 here, going to slow things down just a tiny bit. Johnny, nice navigation over the thwomp there. on the conveyor. Unfortunately, taking some hits here. He'll be small going into the vertical. 3 hot feet.
Yeah, it looks like he's got one drunken one, but stays away. So he's going to get through and take on.
Yeah, you want to hit this boom boom really quickly. This is one of the worst arenas in Fortress Land.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. That is the correct fort, so that bridge is built. So JonnyLink heading into his first Hammer Bro fight. He's got a sumo. Rapala is able to skip both of his and move straight into the World 5 air.
Yeah, little gift, RNG gift there, being able to frame skip over it.
But Johnny does get a hammer, so that is a pretty good item to get to start out this.
Yeah, if Worlds 2 or 6 come up here pretty soon, and there is a very good opportunity for some skipping to be.
So chat, what do you think World 2 is going to be? Personally, I think it's going to be World 6.
You know, let's go with 2. Let's see if that hammer pays off early here. Very nice one hit, Iggy. Just roll them over. And both players will be gifted with a Hammer Brothers suit. World 7, our second map in here in line.
Yeah, interesting start. You see quite a bit of pipes right there. We see one fort on Europolis side. He's kind of mapping it out. I think the right play is to play the Piranha stage to open up those two.
Yeah, I agree here. Go ahead and get the item. Go ahead and get the two pipes revealed. Hopefully they don't connect with each other.
Does get a hammer from the Piranha stage, so hammers might actually be playing a big part in this match.
Yeah, this could be a very early World 3 double hammer setup. We don't know.
Yeah, the double hammer setup is very rarely seen, but it can happen.
You're up over the 7-2 island, more pipes to check. Johnny getting his second hammer here. He is up.
If I was Europolis, I'd be playing that 7-7 marker. Just with that fort being there, you're gonna need it. Obviously, he found the bridge that he needs to build.
Yeah, and we didn't know the 7-10 tile existed until we saw Castle Island. This is a 1-fort set.
Johnny's hoping his compass works this time around, trying to navigate this stage.
Johnny going right into the 7 tile, which is 5-2.
So the runners are still relatively really close to each other. Johnny doesn't know where that pipe leads him, but he knows that fort is.
You're up. Getting a 2 out of 3 here to getting Mushroom in the item room. Opts not to check the big box. I mean, he could. It could be another power-up, but just might as well move on with it.
And roughly about second or two behind each other right now. This race has been pretty close since.
The World 8 Fortress is the single fort in 7.
You mean the best fort?
Best fort in the world.
Runners are almost in sync here as we're navigating through the maze.
Let's see if they can get some 1 cycles. We'll have to settle for 2 cycles here.
Oh, Johnny's going to take it safe and do the second cycle here as Europolis moves right on it.
Johnny would have hoped to find a fire flower there. He gets a leaf, so he'll take his 2 power-ups and wait for the conveyor belt to start. So Europe does know the route. Johnny does not yet, but I mean, if he just stays on the island, he will get the correct answer. One more stage and one more this Piranha to do, and I think this is the first beta stage we've seen in the match. 1-5.
That's correct. Yeah.
And normally we at least counter 1 or 2 along the normal route. Game 1, I don't think we saw any at all, but here you go. 9 stages that were pieces and parts in the code of Mario 3R. Wonderful developer Fred Coughlin finding them, finishing them, and then inserting them in the normal stage.
Yeah, so knowing our luck here, we'll probably see a lot of them this time around.
You're up here at second Piranha. Navigating his no block jumps, getting over to the pipe. We'll see the second item here. Wonderful cloud. Both players are going to have access to that.
So if the world is set up correctly, they could have a very easy world 2, or basically a pretty much free world 3, depending on their use.
And depending on what that world 3 might look like, you drop into the Ludwig. Another one-hitter.
These Koopa kids are skipping their protein shakes.
Yeah, somebody needs to tell them the nap time is over.
So we're looking roughly about, say, about a 10-second difference between the runs.
Yeah, give or take. What do you think our next world's going to be there, Gip?
5.
I'll go with 1. Into 1 we go.
Clarius, make sure to buy me a scratcher when you go out next.
6-4-1, the single fort here in World 1 map.
It's a very nice setup for World 1, considering they only have the fort, 1 stage. I wouldn't be surprised to see either one of them use the...
Yeah, this wouldn't be a terrible position to use it in, and a nice linear map there. Just go ahead and skip the stage, get right to the airship, clear it in 1 try, move.
Yeah, Europe's just taking him down with fireballs, so he's going to move on. We'll see if he uses it.
He's going to play the stage. It is vanilla 1-5 for Fred.
And he follows the suit of all the runners here. Don't trust 1-5.
This is where you learn never to trust slopes in the game.
So yeah, that 1 cycle there by Europus is definitely kind of helping them break out a little bit ahead of Johnny, but they're still really close to 1.
You're up, check his inventory. It looked like the World 7 postcard gave you the leaf.
And the P-Wing is rewarded for the Hammer Bro hut.
World 6 airship, our 3rd one in line.
Johnny dealing with the Hammer Bros here. Does get through. He will get a mushroom, so good power up to have to start out the...
Larry fight here. Not an Earthquaker, regular jumps. Finally, Koopa Kid with more than 1 hit point.
They might be getting the message.
They're up first to take the wand here. Johnny just about half a stage behind.
He's trying to go for that fire kill, but might just find out jumping on him would be a little easy.
Yeah, nice average 3-hitter. Go ahead and take Larry.
So we got World 3 here. Ooh, he looks for the double hammer play, so we might see JonnyLink play the double hammer.
Our first stage in this mini gauntlet, 1-6 beta.
This is a new one for this year's tournaments. Fred actually made this one playable, and to be honest, I love it. It's so new, it's unique, and it's a lot of fun. It's got swarms of enemies.
Oh yeah, there's a top part early on. There's just a wonderful enemy set here with the fire chomps and the fire snake.
Yeah, we see Johnny check his inventory. Oh, and you're up finding 5-9. So if Johnny does the double hammer play, this might be a big play. I think Uropsalis is going to use his cloud.
Yeah, that fortress is accessible after the 2 hammers, so Johnny would be skipping 2 stages with 2 if he does it.
Right, and we find Piranha Alley here for Uropsalis, or as some people like to call it, damage boost.
7-8. This is a excellent mini gauntlet here for the World 3 grind. And Johnny is going to double hammer here.
He's going to check the pipe, see where this leads him.
It's going to be 5-9 and 7-8.
So he sees the 1 fort with a bridge that can be...
Yeah, I didn't get a good look at the middle screen here, so I don't know what's over there. Alright, 2 forts. It looks like the other obstruction is not visible, so it's probably covering the castle.
Yeah, so he's going to have to play that. He's going to clear the path now. He's going to play 3-1 here. Ooh, and Uropsalis finding 7F.
Now, if 7F2 happens to be the correct fortress, then Johnny's going to have to come back a little bit. It wouldn't just be a pipe train. We'll know when Europ discovers the middle screen if you got it right.
So a bit of a path divergence by both players. He's going to play these 2 stages and take the game.
Johnny into 2-3 with a boss bass. This World 3 is loaded with bad stages. I wonder who rolled.
Oh, chomp.
There's the big gulp. Big gulp number 1. So Johnny back into 2-3 to try it again. Europ gonna look at the pipe transitions here.
Looks like that was the pipe, the fort.
And sadly, Johnny could have done that earlier, but he decided to check the map. And another big gulp. Uh-oh.
Not what you want to see on Johnny's side. The boss bass giving him quite a bit of trouble.
So he's going to end up trying this one small. Just try to avoid boss bass altogether if you can. You're up in 3-1 here. Alright, Johnny taking care of the Paragoomba. Just gotta get to the pipe now. And he's through.
Yeah, unfortunate there for Johnny. I mean, he took the gamble, and unfortunately, doesn't look like it's going to pay out. Oh, and he finds 7F1.
He's going to have to do full 7F1 or take the death and come in with an item. He's going to do full 7F1 here. You're up most of the way through 2-3 right now. Nice P-speed run. Getting the fun graphical glitch where Boss Bass doesn't leave the screen because normally he's stuck on the bottom and you just go off. Johnny gonna wait the cycle here for the guaranteed Tanuki suit, the sanity check to get 7F1 done. Yeah, you're up now to a clean castle. It's 4.
Yeah, so that's definitely going to put Johnny back a bit. I mean, what he could have done there was do the double hammer, play the fort, and then keep moving. I would have done either way, like honestly checking the pipes and then going back, but he took a gamble and unfortunately didn't pay.
And he's going to end up doing the same number of stages that Europe did, and unfortunately going to have to do a bonus fortress as well.
And that bonus fortress is not the one you want to see.
Now let's see, this is confirmed with lock in front. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was on Item Island. He got away with one there.
You don't see it that often, really.
Now, usually when you see... You don't see it a second obstruction. It's usually covering the castle, but he got away with that one thing. So the loss here is going to be mitigated quite a bit. Gonna have to do with this Wendy fight, though. Nice one-hitter. You're up into World 5 on Map 5 with a lot of 5. Because it's 5-1.
I'm gonna have to call Fred here.
So we have the Tan Fort, we have another stage, which is the Cheap Hand level.
Yeah, there are actually plenty of strats you can use here. He's going for the slide under. You can do the one where you jump over the question mark block and over the wall. Both of them are pretty much the same.
Our first fortress here in World 5 is 3F1. Drop just going straight for door 6. He likes being big, likes where he's at. Go ahead and do the boom boom.
Yeah, really well done with the P speed there. He's got to watch out with this fight. Should be okay. And JonnyLink here working on the Piranha stage, or the cheap.
Ended up grabbing the power up and jumping over the block set there. 7-6 beta the break room here at the 4 tile. 0 enemies, 1 power up, and a lot of vertical swimming. Have a break.
I like my chances of Atlantis this seed.
Didn't get to see it in the first seed. We did get to see 5-9 both times. Come on, Atlantis. Nice crouch grab for Johnny, getting that fire flower. Gonna have the fire kill here. Drop. Nice, clean, straight through to the airship. It's the World 3 airship.
Yeah, get used to the P-wing. He can fly over the mass here. It's going to save him a little bit of time. Johnny's going to find the same thing and be pretty happy with that.
We have a high jump, space jump, Roy. Our boy Roy. Just a 2-hitter, though.
Johnny not too far behind. He's entering his Roy fight. And Yappa's moved on to World 6. Chat, you only got 2 choices.
2 or 6, what you got?
I'm going with 6.
I'll take the other one. I'll take 2.
I'm feeling really Fred over here.
Fred it is.
Interesting setup here. 2 forts right away.
Yeah, we saw this in different spots in Race 1. We're going to get another beta stage because, of course, now we're going to see them. So what's your thoughts on this one? 7-3 beta or 3-4? Because it can be construed either way.
I think it's more the 7-3 just because of the way the Makitu moves.
Yeah, it's also a continuous star stage if you pick up the star. That's why I lean a little more towards 7-3. Johnny unfortunately misses the blocks there and it's going to take a death.
Grapples in 5F1. Unfortunately, at the randomizer, the disco waffles are kind of randomized, so it makes it a little tougher to navigate like you normally would in the speedrun.
Our player's going to see a star here at the power-up spot, so nice easy run through 5F1 and another boom boom fight. Johnny got to slow down a little bit so he can clear the gap.
Yeah, don't see on the map what changes. Yeah, sitting on top of Hammer Bro, kind of wanting to see what happened to the map. Not a bad choice there by your.
Yeah, he ended up inventoried, so he knew he was going to take the fight. So, yeah, just get it done. We see 3 of the 4 pipes.
Yeah, he's going to take this one, see where it leads him. Saves the stage.
And with that second 610 card, this is going to be a 2-Fort World 6. So did he choose the correct fortress?
I mean, I'd go back to play it. I mean, because I don't know. It's a 50-50 I hear, because you could take the pipe. It's going to take you up top, and then I mean, you can check, but it's a gamble. I mean, it's really a gamble.
Yeah, players are still going to have to do that second 610 card just to scroll the map again. Your op's going to go ahead and go forward. Both of our pipe connections are going to skip 1 stage in line. 2-1 with the cheap ground cheap here. Johnny into that Hammer Bro fight. Going to see a music box. Looks like he is also going to press forward, so both players are going to find out about at the same time what's going to happen here. You're up about a full stage ahead. Another stage choice here is going to go down to the 5 card and find 4-2.
Yeah, 4-2 is a great stage you want to see. It's relatively short, pretty fast paced. And, you know, who knows what you can find up there? It could be 6-6, could be 7-5. We don't.
Yeah, race 1, unfortunately, Johnny made the bad choice and found a 7-5.
Although we will give him props, he navigated it beautifully. No trouble whatsoever.
No, none at all. All right, so did our players make the right choice? You're up going to be the first to check here. Nope. They got to go back. So neither player deviating again, so both players are going to take the same penalty.
Yeah, we'll see what surprises await them now.
You're up with about a full stage lead here. He's going to be able to make both pipe transitions and then back to see which fort was required. And it is the Air Force.
Yeah, Europe's got to be careful. No power-ups. He's got to make good jumps to make sure he doesn't accidentally run off. Because that one death could be a lead change.
Very much so, especially the further we go here in Air Force. Smooth the boom boom for Europe. Another flying boom boom. Go ahead and take care of the flight there on the second hit. And Europe will be on their way back to the castle.
Yeah, quite a bit of tracking to do here, because you got to go all the way back up front. I mean, it's not a quick world, but it definitely shows that sometimes if you see 2 forts, it doesn't hurt to play.
Yeah, it's only really punishing here because you have to go through both pipe transitions. Normally, it's just one and done, but here both of them are en route. So you're up in the World 7.
It has the P-Wing. Not going to be able to do any P-speed strats here, but the P-Wing is a nice, safe item.
It's a very beginner-friendly, especially for 7, because of these big jumps that you have to navigate. Having a P-Wing, just, you know, if you slip up and fall, yeah, just a one-hit Lemmy. Gets
Micro
the one.
shrimp. Yeah, gets the one grab all screen, saves a few seconds, and plus the shrimp lemmy, LOZ would be proud. So,
all right, so my checklist here, World 2, the World 2 airship. And if my fort math is right, this could be a 3-fort World 2.
again, that can be a big part of deciding whose route is the correct.
And there they are, all three right there in line with 2 locks and the Hammer Rock 3-7 to start the.
Gotta be careful for Boss Bass here. Not the friendliest of enemy types here. You got the fire chomps, fire snakes. Uropsalis using that tail to his advantage.
And especially with that big old lag wall he hit there. Johnny, right about a full stage behind. You're not going to find 6-2 here at the pyramid location.
Having a little trouble here at the beginning of the stage, but kind of cleaning up here. Having to climb this wall, jump the clouds. He is just about out of this.
I'm going to look at the power up here at the end. Nice hit protection. Good over the fire jumps and out.
And our first fort is going to be 5F2.
And as Europe makes it through 5F2 here, both players, I really haven't been checking inventories, so I don't know both players' stats on a hammer.
I believe they both have a hammer. I think Uropsalis has 2, and I think Johnny has 1.
So it's really going to come down to what this third obstruction is going to be here on the World 2 map.
Yeah, so still only a stage behind within World 7. Johnny's still very much in this race, especially with World 8 coming.
All right, so you're up. We'll get a map check here. Let's see if he does it. Okay, so all three are going to be around the way. Use a hammer and move right onto the.
Yeah, we got the World 2 airship for Uropsalis, as Claire stated before. He'll be taking on the salty Morton Koopa. Hopefully he's more than one hit.
Yeah. What could have happened here in World 2 could have just happened in World 3. There is that little extra section where the third warp whistle is. The obstruction could have been hidden over there. Thankfully, we did see it, so and it's not in the way.
Now Morton goes down, and it looks like it was 3. I was kind of watching Johnny's screen there. So with World 8 coming up, chat, we need to know how many bridges. We had 1 last time. I think I'm going to stick with.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be the optimist here. I'll say 0.
Hey, come on now. Haxor didn't roll the seed.
All right, you're going to come in this race with a lead, not as big a lead as he had last time. Let's see what we have for the start screen map. 2 pipes and possibly a 4.
Yeah, he's actually going to skip that tank stage. We see 1 lock, finds a stage 2, sees another fort, and the other stage. So he's got a couple passes.
Yeah, looks like Europe is a route player. Some people just like to commit to finding the Bowser route first, and some people will jump into forts first. Could it be? We'll find out, because this is the Super Tank Spray. It is 4 forts.
Yeah, so finding it right away, what an easy World 8 this might be. We'll see.
Never say never, but it could be possible. Johnny making the same choices right behind in the stage.
Ooh, barely makes that jump. Made me nervous there. And does not make the bridge.
Sometimes it is just not that simple. So one of the locks did get popped here.
I'm wondering if Europolis forgot that this was not a tank stage or a fort stage.
I don't know. It is 8-2 here. He's going to take the chomp.
Yeah, so that's going to put him and Johnny pretty close to each other.
Oh, Johnny's going to check it too. Oh, boy.
And we welcome all the Raiders from SpeedGaming to welcome to the Super Mario 3 Randomizer Challenger Cup Semifinals Game 2 matchup between JonnyLink and Europolis. Europolis is up 1 game to JonnyLink, and they are both in World 8 trying to find the correct fort to build the bridge to Bowser's Fort.
You're up here in the 3 Fortress 2, the Underwater Fortress.
My previous experiences, I found a 3F2 tends to be the gatekeeper.
Yeah, I did see that back in 1.1, but not very occasionally these.
Johnny did equip his hammer suit, so we'll see if that's a smart choice.
Yeah, both players were given 2 via postcards, so using one's not going to be the end of the world. The old safety strats.
It's an interesting tactic here. Like, do you go back? Do you keep checking?
Europ decided to check. No good on the 3-4-2. Have we seen Handbridge screen yet? I don't think we have.
We have not, no.
We have now. There's no lock here, but 2 fortresses.
The lock could have been on that screen.
You're out to get grabbed.
So we find 3-6. He's gonna take a dive and jump right back onto the.
Did get the pass this time. Air Force Sprite is Super Tanks.
Looks like Johnny's a little lost here in World.
Yeah, he had to go in to check back, and that is not the correct answer. And Johnny will get grabbed by 3-6. You're going to check the pipe on the other side. And gets over to the other side of the 8-1 tile. Sees another pipe, he's going to take that one. And that is the Navy spray. Decides not to play it.
Yeah, it's kind of it's a gamble. I think he's going to go back and check.
No, he's going to cloud over to go back over to Bowser's Castle, yeah.
I mean, at this point in the race, it's so close. Obviously, they don't know, but with the time being around 30 to 40 minutes, that's usually when the races end, and does find out that is not the right one.
Here we go. I think it's going to be that Navy spray. Johnny grabbed by 3-6 again. It's all these pipe transitions to get around that can confuse players.
I've fallen victim to it all the time, honestly.
Yeah, 6 sets of pipe transitions in World 8. It's about as bad as World 7.
So Europolis is going to play 3-6 here, just to get it out of the way.
Johnny once again confirming that he does not have the bridge yet.
So if he does not get grabbed, it could be interesting here.
All right, the Navy spray is for Fort 1. Johnny gonna go into the 8-1 tile. It is 3-4.
Down to Small Mario, grabs a mushroom. He's going to have to make this jump. He's got Mama Bass hanging out in that water there. He's got to be careful.
Berth's gonna give him a hug there, back to being small. I don't think, has either player played the 8 Fortress tile yet? That is in the bottom right corner of...
I don't believe so.
Alright, so I think we're to 50-50 now.
Oh, they did both play it. Okay.
Oh, that was 3.
I think we were so busy trying to remember navigation ourselves, we may have forgotten.
Yeah, this route is just crazy.
So Europolis should be good to go. This is almost a full clear world.
Yeah, only because of those Find the Magic Fortress. Europe does have it now.
So he is the first into Bowser's Castle here. With this win, he will claim his spot into the final.
Getting top clip here. Just enough time to get around the last roto disc. Here's your everyman. Now let's see if he goes for Pog. Puts one try into it, loses his P speed, and moves on. Top route here, 3 fireballs early. Here's a 4th. Make that 5. And a penalty laser and a 6th.
Wow, gets through all of that and keeps it. So here's Bowser and bye. Give up your GGs for Europolis, your first finalist in the Super Mario 3 Randomizer Challenger Cup.
Well played game, well played series here with an official SRL time of 39 minutes, 42 seconds. uropsalis takes the series 2 games to nothing and will go on to the finals of the challenge.
Yeah, we got that second semifinals matchup this Saturday between Raikou Rider and Zodiac Dread, 2 really good opponents. I'm guaranteeing these finals are going to be really.
It's not the end of the road for JonnyLink either. Losing this match does get him to the 3rd place match, so he is guaranteed another match here. So give up some GGs for Johnny as well.
And Johnny will finish with an official SRL time of 40 minutes and 27 seconds. GG's.
Go ahead and see if either racer wants to come in for an interview.
So first thoughts on both of these seeds is they were both really kind of generous. I think just the routing is what kind of got Johnny in the first race, and then the second race, World 8 could have gone either way. Both of them were making decisions that weren't really working out for them, not checking pipes, going back constantly. But I get it with that point at that point with the time in the race, I completely understand them doing what they did.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it just happened to be the start of game 1 and the end of game 2 were the deciding points here. Both players had pretty good gameplay throughout the rest of the other 14 worlds in the 2 races. But yeah, Johnny unfortunately gave up too much time in game 1, and then he got a little more lost in game 2 than you.
Yeah, so I think they both did a really good job, especially something you would expect from our 4 finalists here in this.
It still was a good set. Unfortunately, Johnny's going to come out of this with the loss, but hey, they both get to play one more time and entertain everybody here. So it's all. let's do a little quick talk here about the weekend because we've got the main tournament and the Challenge Cup tournament getting on here. It is finals weekend for the main tournament. Tomorrow night, that's Friday the 3rd, 7 p.m. Eastern, in the first best of 5. It's the third place match for the main tournament, Haxor versus Paradox 64. It's going to be on SG1. And then Saturday night at 7 p.m., it is the big final best of 5. Mitch Flower Power and Macoper 52, the defending champion, going to go at it one more time. That's also going to be on SpeedGaming 1. As for the Challenge Cup, we have tomorrow at, actually no, Saturday, because tomorrow's Friday. Saturday at 2 p.m. Eastern, Saturday the 4th. That is our second semifinal here in the Challenge Cup. Raikou Rider and Zodiac Dread. Channel to be determined on that one. The SG folks will get that set up real nice for us. And, you know, we'll get there. But hey, look who's here to join us. It's JonnyLink, everybody. GG.
Hello. Good game indeed.
A little rough there in game 1. And then that game 2, World 8, was just a mess of a maze. Any thoughts on that one?
Yeah, game 1, the nerves just got to me. I did a stupid false start, and then I couldn't get that out of my head, and I couldn't remember pipes for the life of me, and I just kept going in circles, and that was rough. Played a little bit better in game 2, but yeah, World 8 was pretty rough.
Yeah, I felt the same way. I felt like I know that the false start kind of got to you a little bit because in chat you're apologizing, but hey, it happens to all of us. I've done it before. But yeah, we noticed as you're walking around the world side, we're like thinking he's a little lost here because you kept going through the same pipes over and over and over trying to find the right.
Yeah, I couldn't remember what pipes I was going in. I was too much in my head, and I couldn't remember. And there was this one I didn't go in, and I was like, oh, I think it's this one that's blocked off, and it wasn't. And I was just like, I have no chance, but I'm just gonna play it out. But oh well, it happens.
Yeah. So the good news out of this is, even though you are knocked out, but you will be in the third place matchup. You'll be facing against Zodiac Dread or Raikou Rider. Any thoughts on those?
Oh, I had no idea that was a thing. That's actually pretty awesome.
Yeah, I can tell you now, Raikou and Zodiac are both really fierce competitors. I faced against Raikou last year in the main tournament, and he took me down in both games we played against each other. And then I faced off against Zodiac in the brackets and barely squeaked by.
Yeah, I'm honestly surprised I made it this far. I didn't expect that at all, especially for the first tournament I joined. So, I mean, I love playing. So, I mean, even if I get beat extremely bad, I don't care. It's fun. So, that's awesome.
Yeah, and that's a good way to look at it. The fact that you still finish the other race, even though you're a few minutes behind, that's always commendable. We love it when the runner still commits to the run and finishes it. Uropsalis had to unfortunately duck out. He cannot do an interview. He had to work early, so unfortunately we will not be able to talk to him.
Yeah, good game though. I was watching him practice a little bit before the race, and I just saw he has a lot more skill than I do. So, I mean, it's an honor to play against him, and it's just been fun, and that's what matters. It's awesome.
Yeah, and that's the way to look at it. I mean, the best thing you can do is to learn from your opponents too. A lot of my tricks I've learned from watching the other racers and picking up tricks and talking to them in their chats. So I always tell people, if you're new and you're wanting to get into it, check out the Discord. We basically we have somebody racing every single day. So not a bad way to get practice in. You can ask questions about pathing, logic in the randomizer, enemy sets, what to do with certain things, how to pull off certain tricks such as clips or wall jumps. We're always willing to help out.
Yeah, I'm working on the routing, and I had a big mistake in the second race in World 3. It was a fortress I totally didn't have to do, and I realized as soon as I went in there, I'm like, no, just go on the pipe, and I was already committed. So it's just like silly things like that in the overworld. I need to pay more attention to.
Don't worry, I've been playing this game for 3 years, and I still do it. Any final thoughts, Claris?
Hey, Johnny, GG on that, man. You did a good job. I know you got a little shook there in game 1, but I mean, you worked yourself out of it.
Thank you.
Thank you. You had a good series, man. And hey, you got one more match to do, and I know we put on a good show.
Yeah, thank you. That's awesome. Can't wait for the next one.
Yep. So if anybody else has anything else to say, go right ahead.
Come on back to a really hype weekend of Mario 3 Rando, and we'll get it all started tomorrow with the third place match in the main.
Exactly. Johnny, any final thoughts?
No, that's pretty much it. Just thank you so much for having me. Thanks for watching. Thanks for everything.
Yeah. So make sure everybody give a follow to both of our runners, uropsalis and JonnyLink. They both are really good runners here. And if you could, drop a follow to me and Claris. We always love the follows and having people in our chats when hanging out with us. We want to give a shout out to SpeedGaming for everything they do. They hold so many tournaments and so many races every single day and all throughout the year. We really appreciate it. I think that's all I got to say.
Everybody, guys, have a good evening wherever you are, and come on back for some more Mario 3 randomizer action. It's going to be here all weekend, entertaining everybody. Bye.
Have a good night.
Thanks. Good night.